welcome to this week's matchup between the FC Gronigen Gallades and Luxines versus the San Jose Scizors and Smiley. The Gallades enter today 0-1 with a -6 differential due to a forfeit loss week 1, not being able to get their battle in on time. And San Jose enters today 1-0 with a +4 differential, having beaten the Rome Empolians week 1 by virtue of killing 6 and losing 2 for that +4 differential. Now that we've set the stage, let's go to the match. And here we are for the actual battle between the FC Gronigen Gallades and the San Jose Scizors. San Jose going to be represented there by Smiley. He, as I said, 1-0, and he has Lucario, Gudra, Silvally of an unknown type, Alakazam, Rotom-Mow, and Tyranitar. That Alakazam is a Mega Alakazam for his team. And on the other side for Luxines and the FC Gronigen Gallades, it's going to be Manaphy, Latias, Weavile, Scizor, Braviary, and Florges. And that's a Mega Latias for his team. So let's start off the match and see what we got for both sides. The leads are always important here, and it's Braviary for Luxines going to be facing off against... It's going to be Rotom-Mow for Smiley, so an interesting little matchup here. Braviary using U-turn, which is super effective, going to come right back, and it's going to be a Latias, a Mega Latias coming out for Luxines. It's still in its basic form, a Will-O-Wisp coming out, but missing on the Latias. So expect Latias to go Mega this turn, and be able to unleash something strong against Tyranitar coming out for the San Jose Scizors. So the Mega Latias coming out here, as we predicted. It's going to be an Ice Beam coming out on Tyranitar. Not going to do a whole lot of damage there. Only about 15% off of Tyranitar. Now Tyranitar's special defense is boosted in sand, like all rock types. Now the Mega Latias being withdrawn here, we expect a Pursuit, and there it is. It's going to be the 70% there. Pursuit being keyed in by the text that Bianca is being withdrawn there. So Pursuit coming out for 70%. Florges coming out now, threatening the Dark type that is Tyranitar, because Fairy types are super effective against that Dark type. So it's coming out, it's Silvally coming in. It's going to be revealed to be Silvally Water. Wish coming out, expecting to need that next turn. So we'll see what Pokemon comes out. Probably that Latias, which will re-heal Latias if Silvally doesn't KO it on the switch-in. And yes, it's a Latias coming out there. Silvally, one chance to get the KO here before Latias before Latias heals. Does not get the KO, instead goes for a parting shot, reducing its attack and special attack by 1 stage. But Wish now coming out to re-heal the Mega Latias up to 68% after the Sand first. So now Lucario coming out, the Fighting Steel type Lucario. Going to be countered by the Braviary, a very good switch in there for Lux. Crunch coming out, going to take Braviary down to 68%. Sand going to take it down even for... No, the Sandstorm's going to subside. Sorry, that was a final turn of Sand. So Silvally Water coming out now against the Braviary. Braviary going for a U-turn there, only 18% there. Not a whole lot of damage onto that Silvally. Coming out, it's going to be Scizor going against the Silvally Water. So now Silvally going for a Flamethrower on the Scizor. Oh boy, super effective there. Nearly picks up the KO. And a weird move there for a Silvally Water. The Silvally, a very good Pokemon that can use a variety of moves. And the U-turn coming out is going to be Weavile coming in to pressure that Silvally Water even further. Knockoff going to pick up the KO from Weavile. So all of a sudden now it's going to be San Jose down 1 Pokemon, 6-5. Tyranitar going to come in, threaten the Weavile. And it's going to come back. It's going to be Florges coming out. And Tyranitar now going to counter with Stealth Rock. So no more free switch-ins for Lux, but Florges does know Defog, or could know Defog. I don't know for sure if it does for this battle or not. but that could easily clear out the Stealth Rock, and it does, as predicted. So Stealth Rock not doing much this battle, and Earthquake coming out, 37% off of Florges. So a minor hit there. And Sand going to take it down even further, but Leftovers taking it right back up, basically negating the Sand damage. Wish coming out, expecting to need that next turn. Stealth Rock coming right back up. So Defog probably coming out next turn to clear the Stealth Rock, or switching into a Pokemon that needs a Wish, such as, well, Latias is already almost full, so Defog coming out, clearing away the Stealth Rock. And Earthquake coming out, going to take another 34% off of Tyranitar, or off of Florges. So Florges going to need that Wish to reheal up to nearly 80% after the Leftovers and Sandstorm. Wish coming out again, just keep healing up. Tyranitar using Earthquake again, another 33% off. Do we see any attacking moves out of this Florges? None quite yet, but expected no Moonblast, powerful Fairy type move, and Rotom-Mow coming in. There's the Moonblast as predicted. Finally, going to try and get a hit off on the Tyranitar, but instead gets the hit on the switch-in that is Rotom-Mow. But does get the special attack drop on Rotom-Mow. Rotom-Mow using Will-O-Wisp to burn the Florges. Only really useful for that HP drop. Moonblast coming out, gets another special attack drop. Rotom-Mow down to 3%, but does get the boost off of Leftovers to 9%. And Florges taking some damage there. Hex coming out, so that's why it knows the Will-O-Wisp. In addition to Burn being just a useful ailment, the Hex deals increased damage to an opponent who is statused by any kind, such as Burn, Sleep, or Paralysis. Poison as well. So Hex coming out for about 10% each, not a whole lot, but Florges has naturally high special defense there. Very high special defense for Florges, which is why Hex isn't doing a whole lot. Does pick up the KO on Rotom-Mow, finally using Moonblast. Wish coming back down to heal it back up to full. Burn taking it down to 94%. It's going to be Lucario now, threatening with the Steel-type move onto the Florges, and it's going to be Manaphy coming out to counter the Lucario. Lucario moves with Agility, doubling its speed, so that's going to help it to move first in subsequent turns. And a Z move, it's going to be the Steel-type Z, Fighting Z. It's going to be the Black Hole Eclipse, the Ghost Dark-type Z. And Manaphy countering with its own Z move. It's going to be Hydro Vortex, the Z Water. Now, most Manaphys, you expect the Z Water to be a Z Rain Dance, which boosts Manaphy's speed 1.5 times, and also summons Rain to boost its Water-type moves. But Hydro Vortex can come out, pick up the KO on Lucario, Goodra coming out instead. So in response to Goodra coming out, Florges switches in. Very good switch in there. Florges will counter basically both Goodra and Tyranitar there by virtue of Moonblast. So now it's going to be Mega Alakazam, or Alakazam coming in. Not quite Mega yet, but Rosemary, the Florges, uses Wish to make sure it stays at high HP. As I said before, Florges has very high special defense here, so Mega Alakazam not going to do a whole lot against Florges despite its sky-high special attack and speed. It's going to be a Shadow Ball there, only 23%. As I was saying, high special defense there are going to be resisting, well, not naturally resisting, but low damage on all Mega Alakazam's moves. Moonblast coming out, only going to do 43% on the other side there to Mega Alakazam. So neither one can really do a whole lot of damage to the other. Psyshock coming in, that's going to affect based on Florges' defense, which isn't that high. That's why it's going to be 45%. Moonblast going to come out, take another 42% off of Mega Alakazam. And it looks like this could be a very quick battle there. Psyshock coming in, leaving Florges down to 2%. Florges is going to use Moonblast, pick up the KO, and that's going to advance FC Gronigen Gallades to a 6-2 advantage there. Florges is going to reheal with the leftovers before taking the burn damage. So Florges down to 2%. Despite it being threatening to both Goodra and Tyranitar, it's only at 2%. Goodra using Flamethrower picks up the KO. So Florges is finally down and out after doing quite a bit this battle. Now it's a 5-2 advantage for the FC Gronigen Gallades and Lux. And it's going to be Weavile coming in with the Ice-type moves, going to threaten the Goodra. So it's going to be Tyranitar coming out there for Smiley. And an Icicle Crash is going to take out about 50% of its HP, meaning that Tyranitar can basically withstand one more Icicle Crash. But on the other side, that's it. Yeah, that's it. That Icicle Crash, because Weavile outspeeds Tyranitar. So it's going to be a Goodra against the world, so to speak, as Goodra has a lot of work to do, and Weavile another good counter to Goodra using that Icicle Crash. So expect that Icicle Crash to basically pick up the final KO of this match. There it is. Super effective. And that's going to be a 5-0 win for Luxionese and the FC Gronigen Gallades, which it needed after getting that forfeit week 1. So with that 5-0 win, FC Gronigen Gallades moves to 1-1 with a -1 differential overall. San Jose Scizors was 1-0 with a +4. They'll move to 1-1 with a -1 differential overall. So both teams will now be tied in the standings, but it is only week 2. A lot of battles still to go this season. Thank you for joining me this battle, and hope you'll join me next time here for the next battle for the PMDL. I'm Professor Griffin. Have a great day, everyone.